This is part 2 of a 3-part video on how to install 3 operating systems. At this point, you will select your Windows CD icon in the refit. The Windows icon will then pop up in refit, and your Windows setup will begin. At this point, you'll want to make sure that you have a USB keyboard and USB mouse plugged in, as the Bluetooth keyboard and mouse that comes with some Macintoshes will not work right now. You will then follow the standard prompts, accept the license agreement, and hit Next. You'll be selecting Custom instead of Upgrade, and you'll be looking for Disk Partition 4 labeled Boot Camp. You will select this partition and then click on Drive Options and format this partition. Once the partition is formatted, you will have to find it again, and it will just be marked Disk Partition 4. Windows will then begin its installation process. The installation process will take about 25 minutes. Once it is restarted, you will see a new Windows icon on your refit startup screen. It will have a hard drive with the Windows icon. You will select this and press Enter. The little Windows logo will let you know which partition is installing. Once installation has completed, it will restart one more time, and you will have to make sure and select the Windows hard drive icon. One thing you want to be very aware of is you don't want to leave the installation unattended. You will add time to your installation if you do this, because it will default to the first partition, which will be your iOS partition, your Apple OS X partition. Once Windows comes up, you just set it up like you would any standard Windows. You put in your username, click Next. Type in your password, your product key, use your recommended settings. You'll then select your time zone, and then you'll set your time, which hopefully you'll know what it is before you actually set it, unlike myself. You'll then set up your Wi-Fi if you want, or skip, and then Windows will finish its final settings. Once Windows has finished the initial setup, you will put in the OS X disk that you have. If you've downloaded the updated Boot Camp drivers, you can also install those as well. You will eject your Windows CD. If you're using a Mac Pro, as this particular demonstration, you'll have to actually go to My Computer and click Eject so that you're able to access the disk. As of this point, you have no Mac drivers, so your Mac keyboard with the eject button will not work properly as of yet. Once you have the disk installed, it will take it just a second to read and then run setup.exe. Once the setup runs, click Yes to Boot Camp. You'll follow the prompts, accept the agreements. You will want to check Apple Update for Windows so that any future hardware updates will be installed in Windows automatically. The Boot Camp software will install all necessary drivers, and voila, your Windows installation is complete.